of the key distinctions of people who live according to the Spirit is that they produce certain external qualities. Just like you can tell a tree by the fruit that is on it. You go out and you see mangoes on a tree. That makes it a mango tree. That is what the fruit of the Spirit is. I said is, not are. So it's very common to believe that the fruits of the Spirit is what Paul was referring to. But he said the fruit of the Spirit. So it is one fruit and 8 expressions. We'll get to that. The fruits of the Spirit is the gift of the Spirit. And it's not necessarily the works that people do or the acts that they perform in the name of the Lord. It is not speaking in tongues, casting out demons, healing the sick. It is the attributes of one who is filled with the Holy Spirit. They are the things that Christians exhibit that show that they have the Spirit of God living in them. Many people have described the fruits of the Spirit as the outpouring of the knowing of God and His love. The teachings of the fruits of the Spirit can be found in Galatians 5:22-23. And there, the Apostle Paul described it as the 9 character qualities that should be evident in the lives of the people who walk in God's ways. They are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Cultivating the fruits of the Spirit is essential. But how do you cultivate something that you do not have? So think about it in the analogy of a gardener. He plants a seed, waters it, it grows, it's cultivated, and then it yields fruit. The fruit of a tree isn't meant for the tree itself. It's meant for others. As a matter of fact, if fruits stay too long on a tree, they get rotten or they get eaten by birds and other small animals, and they are not good for anyone else. When you have the fruit of the Spirit, it is meant for other people, not for you. So if you have love, joy, patience, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, it is for the benefit of others. Because we were created for relationship. God didn't create us to live in isolation. And these fruits are meant to be grown and harvested within our communities, in your schools, at home, in your churches, in whatever groups that you belong to. It is not meant for you to use in isolation. A deep and intimate relationship with God is what makes the fruits of the Spirit become a natural part of your life. All these things I mentioned sound easy, but they are not. It is not easy to love. It is not easy to be joyful, especially when you are faced with difficult situations. The fruits of the Spirit are only cultivated by just that, the Spirit of God. So I cannot overemphasize the importance of having a deep and intimate relationship with God. It's only when you are spending time with God that the fruits are being cultivated. The more you spend time with someone, the more alike you become. And this is exactly the same way with our relationship with God. That's how we should approach it. So finally, before you pick a role model as a young person, why don't you look at their fruits? Before you follow a trend or imbibe ideas, check if they are showing the fruits of the Spirit. Is that model on Instagram who you want to be like, who has her boobs out and is wearing skimpy clothes, is she exhibiting the fruit of the Spirit? The basketball player that you want to be like, that has 5 baby mamas and is caught on camera beating up his girlfriend, is that who you really want to be like? It's really important, because where your heart is where your treasure is. What you give focus to is what takes up your time. So before you choose your role model, check if they are showing the fruits of the Spirit. And as Matthew 7:16 says, by their fruit you shall know them.